This is the Geek Protagonist. And I got these weeks ago. Actually, I shot a video. I just read through all of them. So I'm going to up. You probably already seen the video that I uploaded to say, hey, I got these books from Walmart, blah, 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 blah. I actually did them like the day they came out. Well, the day after because I couldn't find them. So I'm going to start with the review because I have a lot of videos I want to do, but I'm trying to get the timing out, like I said. So I'm gonna start with the one I actually like the least. Uh, Here it is, the Futurist. This is pretty cool though. I love that they did this. Now there was a little weird thing that I did notice. Uh, Not weird in a bad sense, weird in a good sense. It feels different. Now some people go, "Oh, the comics are cheap because they're all against the anti-comics gate thing." How about you stop making up lies until you have the book in your hand? So this has the price of $4.98. They're about $5. They come out every other month. The artwork looks very, very well done. This is the Futurist, Season 1, Episode 1, The Road to Shambhala. The writer is Patrick Stiles. The artist is Butch Goosey, or Gousey. Rick Magyar is the inker for pages 11 through 24. Mitch and Elizabeth Breitenhauser with Alex Gormares is the colorist. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Butch Gushé with Mitch and Elizabeth Brewster is the cover artist. That's our lovely cover. Lovely cover. Very colorful, lot going on. Not bad. Mitch Brewster and Patrick Stiles, creators. Eric Weathers is the letterer. Hernan Octavio is the color. Flatter. Patrick Stiles is the editor. Chris Kendrick design and layout. Legis Comics, CEO, co-founder. They got the whole thing here. You can see it. So, in this comic, it opens up in India. It's kind of old time. They're going through the place, kind of having fun conversation. People are doing stuff. By the way, just so you know, when I review the comics, I kind of go through it. I'm going to try to keep some of the stuff out for spoiler free, but that doesn't mean they're not going to have spoilers. Really cool scene. I actually thought this was gorgeous. Look at that splash at the top. You got them doing the thing where they're kind of going. It's kind of mysterious. They're talking to some guy. He's kind of, a wizard. He has a monkey with a ruby in one eye, and it looks like a amethyst in the other, or blue, gem. They're doing like a seance. There's weird situations happening. Somebody's coming through. Things happen. Something crashes. They leave. You got another wizard there. Apparently this is about magic, and there is a price to magic, because sometimes it's about your age and everything. But you see someone that's young, he's like, I need this, and he's like, you're fountain of youth, you got to tell me. You find out, like, they rattle off a bunch of things that are apparently myths in the world. You go through. Now here's where it starts to get me. So they're starting here, right? You go through, you see the stuff, the conversations. Because the seance thing kind of mattered, but it kind of didn't. They go here, they're having a conversation about what's going on. Artwork still looks solid. But then it's like, all of a sudden, okay, November 1857, somewhere in the other Pradesh, India, and now it's a battlefield. Literally, that's the next page. They're showing about people who's get killed. They're actually looking for something, but it's during the war. It's supposed to. I think the way this is coming off is supposed to feel very adventurous, and it does kind of have that feel to it, but it just wasn't grabbing me. It was like they were pulling at the thing, but I felt it was like a little jumpy. The battle wasn't bad, but then you see them where they attack the guys, and I do know that was like a little bit part of history. So I'm not saying it was all like bad, but as I'm watching it, they're doing the thing with the powder because the guys are like, no, no, no. Then it's like, okay, so this is going on. Why are you doing it? You start to find out there's a mystery to why some of these soldiers are here and what's happening. And I think it was the Scotsmen. They're like, wait, this is wrong. You're doing stuff. And as they go, all of a sudden it's like, boom, something's unleashed. This thing is unleashed. They're like, go for it. Nothing's working. Nothing's happening. One guy, of course, fights it. Didn't work. You go to the thing. Guy talking about his wife. There's like some other story. You know, it's interesting. He's injured. There's a fight, and it leads off with the character being a traitor or something because it's like a setup. Now I know I just did like a quick roundabout run, but that's kind of the premise. So I didn't understand why it was the futurist number one, and I didn't get it. It felt very jumpy. Now that doesn't mean that it was bad, and I actually could see it being a good jumping point for some people, especially if they like adventure with a little magic to it. Uh, Light magic, kind of like Johnny Quest has very light magic. Um, Now it has this, which I thought was cool. At the end, though, it says stay tuned. See that? So next one's coming out July 7th. Gives you a nice amount of time. So if you think about it, if comics normally run every month at $3.99, because some people are like no, 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 but this runs every other month. Technically, it's not that bad of a deal for $5, because that means that every 2 months, if you split that five in there, it's $2.50. So that's how they do it, and that's what I was saying in my other video about do bi-monthlies, do things like I think if I ever do, or if I'm ever able to really get a comic off the ground, let's just say, and I would do it, I would try to do it like bi-monthly or something like that. I wouldn't try to do it every month. I would give myself enough time to work out the story, do what it is. I don't think that's a bad thing. I actually think that's pretty good. uh there's some cool stuff at the back that gives you some background to the world about Jimbala, things like that. Check us out online. They got these things, and I think they're coming out. Oh, and these are available on Walmart.com. I thought that was fantastic. So if it really came down to it, you could order it. The characters, I felt as though when we got to the wizard, no one was really established as this. Like that Scotsman seemed to start becoming the main character, but I didn't understand why. It left a lot of questions, but it left questions in a sense of not to the point of a cliffhanger to pull me in, but more like I don't understand everything that's going on, and it feels a little jumbled. And that's nothing against the writer. I mean, the dialogue was good. The interactions of the characters are fantastic. The artwork is top notch. I think it's great. This cover is actually, tell you the truth, all of these covers are really good covers. Like I like them. Like every one, they knocked them out the park. Mainstream feel, and I guess this guy's gonna do something, but then there's just a point where I'm like, okay, what's the compass? Like what's the like it felt like there was something missing that should have been there. And because it just was like a guy was like, I just want this. Well, why? I just want this. It didn't feel all cohesive, and it didn't grab me. So I think in July, um, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad I got the first issue. Especially if this blows up, I always like, hey, I got the first issue, but I don't think I'm buying the second one. It didn't. It wasn't enough there to grab me, and I like adventure stories and stuff, and maybe it's not my cup of tea. I can tell you, anyone who likes mystery and magic and stuff, it's there. And now it's kind of, and it does have an interesting flavor to what was this thing that they got released that I did not show you. What was this other thing that's going on? Why are the wizards there? What are the wizards? What's this other thing? Why are these things not real? What is real? So there is stuff there that it can intrigue you. And that's what I'm going to say. So for my review, because now I am using the rating system across the board for all things, I'm going to say this one needs bacon on a more positive side, not so burnt. For me, I can see the potential. I can see people really getting into it, especially if you like the Mummy series, the original ones. I shouldn't say the original. The remake modernized versions, not from the original one with Brendan Fraser, so the remake modernized versions. I could see that feel coming from it, and I didn't think it was bad, and it was very adventurous. Now, I did see a thing from this group where they said Allegiance, that they weren't going to do a superhero comic yet. One of these books is a superhero comic. So I was a little confused about that, and things like that. So yeah, this just needs bacon. The artwork's great. I think some people, if they give it a shot, they might like it. Like I took a risk. You can thumb through it, at the Walmart. Nobody really bothers you. But I was like, I'm gonna buy it and really give it a read, and either that way, at least give them that. But I'm gonna say I'm probably not gonna buy the second book. It's a really strong possibility I'm not gonna buy the second book, especially if I think it's either July or September. They're supposed to come out with two more books. This is one I'm not going to go with. So I wanted to get the worst, to me, the worst one out of the way. This is the Geek Protagonist. More are coming, and I got other things I want to talk to you down the line. Reviews and things. I'm trying to be organized. So if you guys want me to talk about something, please leave it in the comments. I'm going to be curtailing my videos a bit, so I can get, because there's these books. You see my hand, how my arm's not going all the way down? I've had books sitting here for like almost 2 months that I wanted to review. So I'm going to actually review. And some of these aren't even going to get reviewed until way later. We're talking like this one I may do now, but it's going to probably be for Halloween. But I want to get these out of the way. That way they're already there because I'm moving my shelf around. So I'm like, well, let me get these books there. And I got a lot of things I'm going to be reviewing, covering, whatever. So thank you. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay real. The Geek Protagonist is out. Hey, thank you for visiting my channel. This is the Geek Protagonist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please, it'll really help me out in the channel if you actually share these videos, if you like what I'm doing. Please hit that bell notification. Hit it, click. This way you won't miss any of my videos. Also, there's a thing on there that says personal and all. Hit the all. This way you'll get them every time for the notifications. I'm trying to, grow, trying to do commentary about what's going on. And I want to thank you again. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay real. This is the Geek Protagonist. I'm out, and I'll see you.